We've been talking about that front coming in this weekend. Well, it looks to arrive a little bit sooner. So what that does for your Saturday, it introduces some rain. What it does for your Sunday is that it looks colder but drier with some gusty winds around. So the Browns game or whatever plans you have on Sunday look better. Saturday plans not so much, especially later in the day. So we'll cover that here in the forecast. We're at 40 at Hopkins right now. It's about 15 degrees warmer than yesterday morning, at least in terms of what it feels like. We've got temps that are near 40. We've got wind chill values that are up near 30. So some improvement. Yesterday we were in the mid-teens. Still cold. You'll need that winter gear here this morning. And the wind is going to be with us for much of the day as well. You see sustained numbers here this morning, and we've had gusts that have gone over 25 at times. That'll be a pretty common number throughout the day. So if you have trash day today, keep an eye on that can, especially after they pick it up. Maybe knocked over. Thankfully not in the neighbor's yard, though. Although that is a good way to meet your neighbors this time of year, is to pick up your trash can if it blows. Windy season is here. Low pressures to the north, high to the south. The squeeze plays on. That pressure gradient produces all that wind this time of year as the jet stream is now in play. And that low to the north is producing quite a bit of moisture across the northern and eastern Great Lakes. This is a clipper system, and it will literally do just that. It will clip northeast Ohio. We're already seeing just a couple raindrops. We've had some wet snowflakes out east. This is not going to be a huge deal, but it will keep on and off rain showers out east of Cleveland throughout the day. Doppler radar right now showing a couple hit or miss sprinkles and flurries near Bainbridge down towards Aurora. We've got a few more up towards Geneva and Conneaut. This will be common throughout the day in our northeastern counties. Windy, but not as cold today. We'll make it into the 40s. You see that wind there down at the bottom will be gusty today. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Big difference with our northeastern counties picking up the clouds and the periodic rain showers versus Akron South, pretty much 76 down to the south. We're going to be looking at sunshine this afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful day. It will be windy, but big difference as you're heading off towards the snow belt. Now tonight, I'm expecting most of us to clear out, exception being out in the snow belt. Why is that important? Well, we've got another great shot at seeing the northern lights. We had it yesterday, but we had the clouds. They were kind of covering it up. Great shots all over the Great Lakes. In fact, we saw northern light photos coming in from areas like New Mexico and Texas as the severe solar storm was underway yesterday. It was one of the strongest in 20 years, and this is spectacular all over the U.S. So what about tonight? Well, the best viewing is going to be actually during the day today, but not for us, obviously, because it's daytime. But tonight we still have a real good shot at seeing those northern lights anytime after sunset. Your best hours are going to be between 6 and 11 o'clock, okay? So get outside. If your skies are clearing, snow belt, it's going to be tough to clear those skies out, but it should be a really nice viewing for that. Not guaranteed, but it certainly is there. Cleveland, on the year, we're okay on precip. Akron, you have a deficit about 5 inches. That's a lot. New Philadelphia, almost a foot. I know we don't talk drought this time of year because it's not the growing season, but we don't want to have a deficit going into next year's growing season. So let's get some rain out of it, shall we? Here comes the rain this weekend, arriving Saturday into Saturday night. Should push out by Sunday. And then models go this way next week. They don't agree, but the Euro, I'll show you, brings in rain late Monday, and it keeps rain coming in with multiple storm systems. That would be great for our drought, not for our plans, but we have a chance at a rainy week next week. Union Home Mortgage 10-day, nice warm up out ahead of that Saturday system before rain arrives. Cooler on Sunday, and then Brissa next week dancing around the rain showers with highs generally in the 50s.
Getting away from the city lights is the hard part, unfortunately.
But you know, I will say, for some spacey reason, I woke up in the middle of the night at the time it was happening. I went outside, and if you use your phone, you might be able to get a little bit of that glow. Just know you won't be able to see it with your naked eye, but it's incredible. And
so pretty.
I know, just looking behind you, it's amazing to look up in the sky and see those colors.
Another chance tonight.
Another chance tonight, and actually maybe this morning, a very brief chance before sunrise. I'm keeping a really close eye on the current space weather conditions happening right now, but you can see here in the forecast, the best view where you won't need your phone will be much further to the north, but it might be low enough here on the horizon, just like last night, where we could get that view. I want to show a few more photos that came into the 10 Weather Impact team this morning. Connie from Pataskala, I mean, using her phone to really capture this glow, absolutely stunning. And I love how you can get parts of the stars just kind of mixing in there. So absolutely stunning there. Grace from Pleasantville sent in this photo from Fairfield County. I just love the barn and how it just illuminates over that. And we'll have more on that coming up. But of course, if you see anything, let us know. Should have some mostly clear skies tonight for a great viewing. But those clear skies also allowing it still to stay on the chilly side in the overnight hours. And with the winds, we're still going to be on the colder side going into the day. But as we look at the extended forecast, we have no weather impact alert days to talk about. But we do have a couple of chances of rain. And as you can see this weekend, some much warmer weather that I look forward to. And I'm sure you do too. But here's a look at that bus stop forecast. Make sure the kids are bundled up. Not as cold as yesterday morning, but you're still going to have that chill in the air. With current temperatures right now across the region sitting in the 30s. I do want to show you the feels like, though, because with the wind, we still will feel like we're in the 20s and in some spots the low 30s. I want to skip ahead to the weekend forecast, though, because we're not going to see rain in the next couple of days. But on Saturday, for any of your plans, I know the Buckeyes are playing. It's a later game. We might see some rain earlier, so for tailgaters, just a heads up there. That does look to move out. That's our first storm system. But then behind it, we are going to see some cooler air. For Saturday night into Sunday morning, we might have some rain as well. So by the end of the Buckeyes game, you might start to see some of those raindrops come down and some much colder air coming in behind it. So I'm going to keep that rain icon at the 9:30 slot there. I know game time starts at 7:30, so we could still get a little bit of rain before we're all done. So just putting that out there. I'm hoping things come through early or wait till a little bit later. But for tomorrow's forecast, again, we are going to be in the 50s again, slowly starting that climb. And then you can see by Saturday, 64 degrees. Again, we are going to have some rain chances earlier in the day, but then the front comes through that cools us off for Sunday. And it looks like our next chance after that for rain will be on Tuesday with some much cooler air.
After 5 already this morning, our Marblehead Lighthouse camera, a little too cloudy this morning. If there were any of those northern lights still out there, it does not appear on the camera there. Let's go to our temperatures just to check it out here. It is chilly. Yes, but it's not as cold as yesterday. 37 degrees in Toledo across the state. We've got 38 in Cincinnati and 35 down in Columbus. Extended forecast. That upward trend begins today, hitting the 50s for Thursday, close to 60 on Friday. And I do believe Saturday will be the warmest day on our 10-day forecast. 65 degrees there. A couple of scattered showers by Saturday night into Sunday morning. Doesn't look like a big deal with highs back closer to normal, upper 40s for much of next week. That's the latest on your 10-day forecast.
Well, it's been a dazzling display of the northern lights tonight. We're not talking just locally here, but across the entire region and as far south now as the Gulf Coast down toward Florida. So what is actually occurring? It is a G4 severe geomagnetic storm, which puts that KP index, the measure of atmospheric energy, so to speak, is at an 8 out of a 9 scale. So some of the pictures that were sent in, how about this? This was from Katie Ross up in Adrian. Look at the brilliant colors. It really developed around 8:30, continued through about 9:30, 10 o'clock, even through about 10:30. Now the clouds are making their way back over to the area. Love this one from Finley, this one from Tony. Look at the display of colors as well, some of the illumination of the clouds. It made for a gorgeous view. Melanie out in Defiance captured this one and had another view out toward Defiance as well. This one from Stephanie, a great view of some of the reds and purples and the greens right there. And Stephanie actually in Defiance was able to capture some video time lapse of this. And look at these auroras, northern lights just dancing around the skies. And if you think, boy, I missed it tonight, now here's the clouds overhead, we may have another distinct chance for tomorrow. So a G4 severe geomagnetic storm that is on the scale of 5. It is close to the top. It is a very strong system, similar to what we had October of last year and May of last year. Very good viewing conditions. It may very well repeat itself again for tomorrow. Here's the outlook for tomorrow as well. Could be a very brilliant night for the aurora.